始终坚持做感动人心、价格厚道的好产品，让全球的每个人都能享受科技带来的美好生活。这是我们小米人的使命。
Me gusta ser taico, traigo productos para mis amigos, mis hijos. Me he sentido muy bien porque les estoy dando una parte de algo que me gusta a mí. Bueno, aparte diga que estoy loco por Xiaomi. Bueno, diga que estoy loco por Xiaomi.
當時咧就冇乜話啲咩大嘅期望嘅，咁諗住千零蚊啫嘛，咁掃到就得啦，掃唔到咁都冇辦法自己掃翻咯。咁跟住之後送到嚟啦，覺得超正喎。其實咧同我出邊睇3、4千蚊嗰啲咧根本就冇分別嘅。咁跟住慢慢咧就發覺越買越多喎。跟住之後不知不覺我就覺得原來哇，我都成為咗一個咁瘋狂嘅米粉喎。小愛同學，
來，
停止打掃。
沒問題，掃地機器人暫停。
और पता है मेरे को न्यू दिल्ली बहुत दूर है मेरे शहर से, ऑलमोस्ट मोर देन 500 किलोमीटर कि जाना है Xiaomi के जो कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रही है न्यू दिल्ली में, वहाँ पे जाना है किसी तरह से। और जैसे यहाँ पे आ रहा था मैं ऑन बाइक, नए MI फैन से मिलूँगा, नए चेहरे देखने को मिलेंगे, फ्रेंड्स बनेंगे, जो सिर्फ Xiaomi की वजह से मुझे मिला है सीखने को। आई लव Xiaomi, प्यार बोल सकते हो, कुछ कनेक्शन ही ऐसा है Xiaomi से।
小米很多手机其实就发布之后都是超出预期。之前有一个手机有一个 bug 嘛，然后想着去在米外论坛提一下，想就是过1周时间就把这个问题解决掉了。当时我就感觉，至少这是一个有温度的公司，它跟用户不是一锤子买卖，然后就直接被圈粉了，一直走到现在。
感动人心，价格厚道。我们和价值观相同的创业者一起改变了100多个行业，影响了全球数亿人的生活，让每一个人都能享受到科技的乐趣。厚道的人运气都不会太差，我们永远相信美好的事情即将发生。
Por favor, rogamos, tomen asiento y apaguen sus teléfonos móviles. En breve empezaremos. Rogamos, tomen asientos y apaguen sus teléfonos móviles. Empezaremos en breves minutos. Please take your seats and turn off your mobile phones. We're going to start in a few minutes. favor, rogamos tomen asientos. El evento empezará en 2 minutos. Please take your seat. The event is going to start in 2 minutes.
Thank you to all media, business partners, and Mi fans. Good morning. Thank you all for joining us today. Today is going to be a great day. I love Madrid. I love the city. In about 8 months ago, we had our first launch event in Madrid to announce our new journey to Western European markets. Very, very excited. I saw so many old friends coming to join us today. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And also, I see so many new faces. It tells us our friend circle is getting bigger and bigger since last November. So, thank you again. My name is Wang Xiang. I lead Xiaomi International Business. I'm very happy to be here. So let me start with a brief introduction about Xiaomi, especially for those new friends. Xiaomi is a very young technology company founded in year 2010. Our CEO, Lei Jun, and other co-founders, Lei Jun is sitting in the center. Our co-founders built Xiaomi with a vision of building amazing product with honorable prices so that we can make everyone in this world to enjoy innovative technologies. We are an internet company with smartphones and other hardware connected by IoT platform at our core. And also, we are a company who is always put our fans at the center in our business. About 2 weeks ago, on July 9th, we opened a Hong Kong Stock Exchange. It was a very exciting day for all of us at Xiaomi. We were really proud to have our fans join us. Here you can see our CEO ringing the gong to open trading, and really proud we have one of our earliest Mi fan to join us on stage for the very special moment. It was the largest tech IPO in the last 4 years since Alibaba IPO'd year 2014. We started in year 2010, and our code on Hong Kong Stock Exchange, 1810 means founded year 2010, public listed in 18, very easy to remember for everyone. We want to thank you all Mi fans for this tremendous response and for all your support on our journey. We're looking forward to even greater growth in future. Let me talk briefly about how we got here. Year 2017 was a great year for Xiaomi. We successfully crossed 15 billion in revenue in year 2017. That was really a tremendous moment for in Xiaomi history. Let's do a little reference. All the global well-known technology company, they took 9 years to 20 years to achieve $15 billion revenue. But for Xiaomi, only took us 7 years to achieve the same. We are really proud of the performance. Actually, year 2017 was a good year for many technology companies in the world, including Alibaba, Tencent, Google, Facebook. Everyone had a wonderful performance and a very fast growth. But at Xiaomi, we grew even faster. We had over 67.5% of growth in year 2017. In fact, it makes us the fastest growing internet company in the world and second fattest among all companies. Despite our growth, we made a very big commitment to our customers. Starting from year 2018, we will not exceed 5% profit margin from the hardware sales, including smartphones, if the net profit exceeds 5%, we will return the excess part to our customers. This is a serious promise to our customers, to our fans. Now, according to IDC report, Xiaomi is ranked number 4 global smartphone market. We are top 5 in more than 15 different markets. Look at Europe. We are number 4 in Europe with a very high growth rate because we are new to the market, but our growth rate is really fast, over 999%. In Spain, we are number 3. We are not only in Spain. In May, we opened our first Xiaomi authorized store in downtown Paris. On opening day in Paris, many fans came and endured in rain just to get a first shot at our product. You see some of the small white things on the floor, on the ground. Could you please guess what they are? Actually, they are hail. You can even see the hail on the ground. It's really flattering what you endured for us. Thank you. And I had a chance to meet some of you. I was really impressed by how passionate our French fans are. Not only in France, we opened our first Xiaomi authorized store in Milan, Italy. We're in the very big shopping mall in Milan. In the opening day, there are more than 2,000 customers showed up, and all the smartphones in the store were sold out. Meeting Mi fans is always one of my favorite things to do. And it's great for me to bond over technology like we do. And this is me making very first sale in Milan Mi store. I'm very happy to do that. As I just mentioned earlier, we always put our customer in the center no matter what we do. At Xiaomi, we really believe we have the world's coolest fans. To celebrate our 8th birthday, we asked our fans to share their story with Xiaomi and the device they have. The response was really incredible, and some of those responses were really very heartwarming. We received more than 1,600 handwriting letters in total. We read every single one. Even we had to translate from Korean, from Russian, and other languages. One user said, "To me, Xiaomi is a really trustable, affordable, quality national brand company. This is the best comment we would like to see." So thank you. To thank some of you, we began the Mi Explorer program. The Mi Explorer program put the newest and the coolest Xiaomi device in the hands of our loyal customers. They are even before on sale. Over 200,000 Mi fans applied. We were so overwhelmed, we even offered some of them to join us here today as a surprise. 30 Mi Explorers joining us today. If you could stand up so that we will give you a round of applause. Thank you, thank you. And in effort, thank you, and in effort to further our CSR and give back to the world, we began our Raise the Cup campaign during World Cup. In this program, users were encouraged to like and share Raise the Cup hashtag. We received almost 1 million likes and more than 40,000 shares from more than 40 countries. And for each post, Xiaomi made a donation to Beyond Sport, a really amazing charitable organization. Here is a really amazing video and to show Beyond Sport and Raise the Cup. Let's watch the video. This is all a part of our innovation for everyone. Every Xiaomi employee share one vision. We want everyone to enjoy the innovation of technology regardless your nationality, gender, and income levels. Everyone in this world deserves a better life through innovation. That's our dream. A company who supports us with the same vision is Google. Just last year, we collaborate to create a very innovative product. This year, we'll be launching 2 incredible products with the same program, Mi A2 and the Mi A2 Lite. My friend and the VP of Android and Play, Jamie Rosenberg, has a few words to share with all of you. Let's watch the video.
Hi everyone, my name is Jamie Rosenberg and I head the Android business team at Google. With the launch of the Mi A1 device in September of last year, we embarked on a global partnership with Xiaomi to combine high-quality hardware and the Android One software experience, all at a great price for consumers. We've been blown away by the positive response to the Mi A1. This year, we're thrilled to be expanding the partnership to 2 great new devices, the Mi A2 and Mi A2 Lite. We're very excited about these devices and can't wait for consumers around the world to see them. We're also very grateful to Xiaomi for the partnership and collaboration on Android and with the Android One program. Now I'll turn it back over to Xiang for some closing remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie, for the powerful word. The Mi A1 was our first Android One device with a software experience designed by Google. Actually, it was extremely well received by media. Some of them calling it the very best device in its segment for year 2017. Even more importantly, our Mi fans love it. We spoke with our Mi fans all over the world about Mi A1. We have another video to show what they say about the Mi A1.
My name is Daria. I'm a professional photographer and photo is my life.
สวัสดีครับไมกี้ครับผม
Soy Maribel, soy consultora macrobiótica y me dedico a las consultas y a los talleres de alimentación vegana, saludable.
Ciao, Gian Mario.
Hi, my name is Rachita.
Xin chào, mình là Tuấn Ngọc đến từ kênh Review Dạo. Mình là một reviewer trên YouTube.
Je m'appelle Pierre-Emmanuel.
เร็วแรงรัวครับผมก็ด้วยความที่เราชอบ A1 อยู่แล้วถ้าเผื่อมี A2 เข้ามาก็อยากจะจับจองครับผม
And for me, it's very good because it's the first time when I try to take pictures from the phone. It's cool.
Et pas mal de technologies, notamment on avait quand même le capteur d'empreinte, un capteur d'empreinte, des choses basiques, hein, mais aussi simplement une connexion 4G, de la mémoire, pour stocker des fichiers, les photos notamment prises par l'appareil photo, en très grande quantité et une belle autonomie.
Beh, oltre all'usabilità quotidiana, che devo dire è uno dei suoi grandi punti forti, comunque è uno dei pochi che riesce a portare la batteria a una durata tipica da giornata stress, diciamo fino alla fine, e soprattutto riguardo diciamo alla fascia in cui si posiziona il Mi A1.
It's got a really fancy look. The Mi A1 doesn't heat up that much.
Hoàn thiện này, đẹp và mượt mà.
Y eso que yo con la tecnología a veces no soy muy rápida, pero sí, con este móvil no tenía ningún problema.
I think camera performance in low light. That's the only thing I would want to change about it.
ส่วนเรื่องกล้องนี่ถ้าเผื่อเปลี่ยนมาเป็นชัดๆมากกว่าเดิมก็จะดีมากเลยครับผม
Cũng mong rằng là chúng ta sẽ có một cái camera trước với đèn flash LED để mình có thể selfie tốt hơn.
Più richieste quali la fotocamera e la durabilità della batteria.
And yeah, it's good. It's always good.
Thank you. According to a report by Counterpoint, Xiaomi has two products were listed on the top 10 best-selling smartphones early this year. One of them was Mi A1. Look at this chart. Mi A1 was ranked number 9 early this year as a best-selling model in the world. Very, very proud of this collaboration. Our fans really love Mi A1. And the sales reflect it. Very happy to see it. With that, I'd like to announce the official second generation of amazing collaboration. Mi A2. Mi A2. Thank you once more for your time. And I'd like to invite Donovan Song to the stage to tell you more about this remarkable product. Donovan. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and thank you, Xiang. My name is Donovan, and I'm the Director of Product Management and Marketing for the Xiaomi Global Team. So welcome everyone today to Madrid. Thank you to our media partners. Thank you to our business partners. And thank you, of course, to our Mi fans. So I'm very excited today to be here to talk about two new exciting phones that we're launching in conjunction with Google. Let's dive right in with the design of Mi A2. We have a super cool product video, so let's check it out. Well, that video gets me pretty pumped every time I see it. Let's point out some of the details that you may have seen during the video. So first of all, Mi A2 has a premium, beautiful aluminum unibody design with really discrete antenna lines. We've also implemented a really sleek arc design so it looks good and it feels good in your hand. And one thing that was really important to Mi fans in all of our surveys and discussions was USB Type-C. So we've made sure to include it in Mi A2 with a completely symmetrical design. And to make sure that it can withstand life's accidents, we've paired the aluminum body with 2.5D Corning Gorilla Glass. So Mi A2, it's not just beautiful, but it's also very durable. And the body thickness measures in at just 7.3 millimeters. And if you compare this to some other popular phones in this segment, you can see that some other phones might be as thick as 8.4 millimeters. And we know some people really want their phone to reflect their own personal style. And that's why today we're launching 3 different colors of Mi A2. Gold, blue, and black. Everyone can take as many pictures as you want. We have a lot of very cool product photos here. We'll do them one by one. It's the black color, incredibly sleek. And a vibrant and luxurious gold. Just absolutely beautiful. Especially with the wallpaper, straight from Google. And the very youthful, very creative lake blue also fits really well with the wallpaper. All right, let's talk about everyone's favorite bit, the AI dual camera. Now, Mi A1 had a picture-perfect dual camera, and we're taking that dual camera to the next level today with the Mi A2. We've used a sensor from one of the industry-leading manufacturers, Sony. So the primary sensor here is a 12-megapixel Sony IMX 486 sensor with very large 1.25 micron pixels, and you'll see a very large aperture as well, f1.75, which we'll talk about in more detail soon. And the secondary sensor is a 20-megapixel Sony IMX 376 sensor, also with very large pixels. So one thing we've realized in all of our years of research and development is that aperture and pixel size are incredibly important when taking a photo. And when you combine both of these, you get bright, vivid, clear photos. And that's why on Mi A2, we've packaged both of the sensors with a large f1.75 aperture. So what does this do? Let's talk about it. So when you talk about the aperture, a smaller number is actually better because it means that the aperture is larger. And compared to typical smartphones, Mi A2 features a much larger aperture for both of the primary sensors. So this contributes not only to the brightness, but also the clarity and vividness of the colors. And you can take a look directly here. Here we've compared Mi A2 directly to some other phones in this segment. They're both good photos, but if you look carefully at the Mi A2 shot on the right, you can see that it features a much wider range of colors and light sensitivity on the face, on the crown of the hair, on the shirt, and it's because it's much more sensitive to light. Zoom in here. If you zoom in, you see a big contrast in the color palette, and Mi A2 is really good at capturing some of the subtle differences in lighting and varying facial tones. Wow, right? Yeah. The next important element, as we said earlier, is the pixel size. And Mi A2 comes with a large 1.25 micron pixel on the primary sensor. And if you compare this to typical smartphones with 1.0 micron pixels, you can see that 1.25 microns allow for much more light to come in, meaning clearer and brighter photos. So let's directly do a shot comparison here. If you look here, you can see a huge variation in how the light is processed between Mi A2 and some other cameras with smaller pixels. For example, you can see the lighting here in the neon part here. It's all pretty uniform, but you can still see the shades of pink and red and deep varied purples on the right side here with Mi A2. And if you zoom in, it's even more obvious. You can immediately see the color really pop. So pixel size, we know, is really important. So on the secondary sensor, 20 megapixel secondary sensor, we went even further, and we've included a technology called pixel binning, which we call super pixel. Here's how it works. On the left is the original pixel layout. We take the 20 million pixels and we group them into groups of 4. So this greatly enhances the amount of light processed per pixel, resulting in a much brighter photo. You can turn this feature on very easily. You just hit this thing on the bottom right, manual mode, click, and here it goes, allowing you to make the most of any lighting condition. And if you compare how our picture-perfect 20 megapixel cameras compare here to some other phones in the market, you can see that we've really put in a lot of effort. Primary sensor, pixel size of 1.25 microns versus 1.2 microns. So this other phone doesn't even have a secondary sensor, whereas we have a 20 megapixel secondary sensor with 2 micron 4-in-1 super pixels, creating a much more powerful photography experience. And where this has the biggest impact is probably on low light. Let me just zoom in here. If you compare the left and the right here, you can see how much detail is lost when the pixel size is too small. Software can somewhat compensate for it, but you can see it's not too clear. Some of the lights are very washed out, the blacks are very artificial, whereas in the Mi A2 here on the right, you can still see that the black is very dark and crisp, and the building is still very clear. So, to sum it up, we've bundled a lot of powerful hardware in the Mi A2 rear camera experience. 12 megapixel plus 20 megapixel dual camera with f1.75 aperture. Our main sensor of 12 megapixels has large 1.25 micron pixels. And our secondary camera is a 20 megapixel secondary camera with 4-in-1 super pixels. All 3 of these things combined means that you get bright photos in all lighting conditions. So to really put our camera to the test, we placed it in the hands of one of the world's most capable and amazing photographers, Matthew Paley, one of National Geographic's contributing photographers. He's well known for exploring themes of remoteness and isolation. He's an explorer by nature, and he's well known for covering some of the world's most remote corners and mountainous regions. So we want to see what he could do with Mi A2 in hand. This was taken here at the Quinta de Regaleria in Portugal. The foreground blur here really makes this an amazing photo, and the colors are very true to real life. Wow. Here's a deserted back street. Now, typically, you'll find that some smartphone cameras either under or oversaturate a photo. But here, even with the stark contrast between the colored ribbons at the top and the architecture, Mi A2 remains incredibly realistic. Here's another great shot, one of my favorite shots here. You can see that the daytime sensor here really captures an incredible amount of detail. You can see time gently eroding the paint every shadow of the peeling paint, and even the individual details of the leaves on the left. Pretty amazing. And I really love bokeh as well, background blur. And you can see here, portrait mode being used to the maximum. It's another great example of how an intentional blur in the background can make or break a photo. And low light isn't always a bad thing. With a powerful enough camera, like the one in Mi A2, you can use low lighting to help you create situations that you couldn't do in normal lighting. And last but not least, another cool shot. Here's a turtle enjoying a gorgeous day on a rock in the middle of the ocean. You can see the sheer depth and creaminess of the background blur here is just stunning. Now, this incredible photographer is joining us here today in Spain. So, Matthew, could you stand up and give everyone a wave? We'd like to applaud you. Thank you. So now let's talk about some of the advanced software that makes bokeh like that possible. Now, our AI portrait mode on Mi A2 is powered by machine learning. It's something called semantic segmentation. Basically, what this does is it breaks down a photo at a pixel level, separates each pixel into actual objects. So in portrait mode, there are two layers. There's the foreground, which you see here, and the background, which would then easily blur. Creating shots like this, we focus really hard on the perfect portrait technology because good bokeh makes a photo pop. So you can see here, the foreground is a lot more clear, whereas the background has a nice blurred feel. And if you zoom in here, you can see that the low light capabilities of the Mi A2 help a huge amount. Here we use the super pixel on the f1.75 lens to make everything less noisy, more colorful, and crisp. And Mi A2 is great for taking photos of your friends and your family. The AI portrait mode helps keep the focus on what's really important. Here's another one of my favorite shots. Even with a dark background, as you can see, Mi A2 does an amazing job of distinguishing between the background and the foreground. And you can still see the excellent hardware at work. Look at the details in her hair and the subtle capturing of the shadows on her chin and neckline. And one thing that some people don't know is that it's difficult for a lot of typical smartphones to take portrait mode when there's a group shot with more than one person. But as you can see here, Mi A2's software intelligently detects what the foreground and the background is, even when the subjects are staggered. Pretty cool, huh? To make shooting portraits super easy, we've also included automatic lens selection for portrait mode. So based on the lighting condition, it can select between the primary and the secondary lens for optimal photography results. All right, so let's talk about the AI selfie camera. Now, we've used the exact same Sony IMX 376 sensor on the front of the camera. And to make the most of it for selfies, we've also paired this 20 megapixel Sony sensor with a 4,500 Kelvin LED selfie light. And the soft selfie light is ideal for enhancing the lighting while preserving natural coloring. So during the day, in a lot of ways, resolution is king for your selfies. And that's why the front sensor is also a 20 megapixel sensor here. See, it creates really, really good selfies, wonderfully clear. Conversely, the pixel size also means a lot higher resolution at night. So Mi A2's super pixel mode is ideal for night shots as well. Just like the rear camera, it groups pixels into groups of 4 to greatly amplify the amount of light capture. So in comparison, it means a much, much brighter photo. You can check out the difference in clarity here. The photo on the left is pretty noisy, but Mi A2 shot is pretty amazingly bright, thanks to the large pixels and selfie light. And you can even check out the bokeh. talk about AI portrait selfies. So you saw the amazing bokeh in the last few nighttime shots. So how do we manage bokeh when there's only one camera? Well, actually, we've developed a number of AI algorithms in-house. It's hugely important to us, and we've been funneling a lot of R&D effort into our own camera technology. The result is an incredibly powerful AI semantic segmentation for selfies as well. Again, doing a very good distinguishing between the foreground and the background with just one single camera. We've also included what we call AI bokeh enhancement. So what this does here is it identifies the foreground and the background, and then it applies selective adjustments to get the most out of portrait mode. First adjusting the back, then adjusting the front. It's pretty cool, right? Let's do another comparison here. If you look at the background here, you can see that the Mi A2 background is really vivid, even in portrait mode, and the greens are very vibrant. Works indoors as well. Here's a lighting shot indoors with medium lighting, pairing the advanced portrait mode software with the great hardware. The bokeh is very subtle here, but we think it really adds to the feel of the photo. And not all smartphones come with front-facing HDR, but we've put a lot of effort into making sure it happens on Mi A2. So you can see here, 2 sample photos, all taken indoors. On the left is a sample image with HDR switched off. And on the right is another image with the HDR switched on. So in the right photo, you can clearly see everything going on through the window. And here's this outdoor backlit shot. Without HDR, you can see that the background is pretty washed out, especially the sky. But on the right, the light has been processed so well that you can see details in the background. Let's do another quick run-through for some sample shots. Here again, you can see how great bokeh adds a lot of depth to a normal photo. And it really helps keep the focus on where a selfie should be, on you. You can see here it works well for both the men and the guys. And even in poor lighting, it can take great shots. You can just check out the way here the shadows are captured and individual details, like the eyelashes, are still maintained. And like the rear camera, it's also great for portrait shots with a group of friends. So, this is probably my favorite selfie device to date. Mi A2, picture-perfect selfies. It's a great mix of powerful software and top-tier hardware. Mi A2, picture-perfect 20-megapixel cameras. Overall, the camera has grown tremendously from Mi A1. Mi A1 was picture-perfect dual camera, but Mi A2 is picture-perfect 20-megapixel cameras, both front and rear. And I have no doubt everyone's going to love it as soon as they start to use this. So now, let's talk a bit about the performance. We've got some great hardware powering Mi A2, and we'll get to that. But first, we have a special treat for everyone. To talk a bit more about the Android One program and all of the great things that come with Android One, I'd like to invite my good friend, John Gold, Director of Android Partner Programs at Google, to the stage. John.
Thanks. Thank you, Donovan. It's always exciting to be at a Xiaomi launch event. There's just so much excitement in the air. I had the pleasure of joining Donovan last year when we launched the Mi A1, and so I'm really excited to be back here this year launching the Mi A2. With Android One, we're bringing a best-in-class portfolio of devices to users around the world. We accomplish this by being highly selective in choosing great partners like Xiaomi with great devices, and then working to incorporate the latest and best innovations from Google into the device. We collaborate closely to ensure that the hardware and software come together in a high-quality way offering a great overall experience to users. We think that this message is catching on. We see that people really resonate with user centricity, high quality, and innovation. The Mi A1 did fantastically well, both in terms of sales and in terms of reception and reviews. So much so that we're back here today launching a new generation of Xiaomi Android One devices. I'm also really excited to be here in Spain. The Mi A1 did really well throughout Western Europe. We are convinced that we need to bring more Android One devices to this market. So, starting today, with this launch, we are doubling down on our commitment to bring Android One devices to users across Spain and the broader Europe. So why do I think that the Mi A2 is so great? Well, let's talk about how smart it is. It's a device that is designed to help you get through your day. For instance, with the Google Assistant, you can ask or tell the device to do just about anything for you. You can say, give me directions home to a new place. You can have it set reminders for you later for something to do later in the day or later in the week. You can have it call or text a friend. And best yet, the more that you use it, the more it gets to know you and start to anticipate what you will need when you need it. So it really becomes your own personal Google, always ready to help. Photos is something that's near and dear to all of us. It's how we take, keep, and share some of the happiest moments in our life. You just heard Donovan speaking a lot about the Mi A2 camera and how great it is. Some of the cool features like automatic blurring and great colors in all sorts of light. So when you get your new Mi A2 and you start taking these amazing pictures, you want to be sure that you can store these pictures forever and that you can easily find them. With Google Photos acting as your default gallery app, you can do this. You get unlimited, high-quality photo storage so that these images will stay with you forever and you can store as many as you like. And the smarts of Google Photos allows you to easily find the images that you're looking for. For instance, a few weeks ago, I was talking to some friends about my wedding, and I was recalling this image of my dad looking out from a window above us and just waving to everyone. And I wanted to show this picture, and so I could have just scrolled through thousands of pictures trying to find it, which would have taken me a few minutes. But instead, what I did was I just said, "Dad in window." And sure enough, the exact picture I was looking for popped up. That is really smart technology that is enabled by this phone and by the software on it. So that captures how we take photos, we store them, and we find them. But often, when you take a photo, you don't really know what you're taking a picture of. It could be a landmark that you know is important, but you can't quite place. It's an animal that you don't know the name of. It's someone that you think is a famous person, but you don't know who they are. With the Mi A2, Google Lens will be fully incorporated into the device so that when you take a picture, it can give you those answers and can help you understand what you're looking at. Again, some really cool stuff that we're able to do with the phone and the software on it. So these things are great. A wonderful camera, an assistant that helps do things for you, photos that you can store, so the great feel of the device that Donovan described. But if your battery doesn't last all day, then none of that matters. So at Google, we took this device and we ran it through a litany of tests to make sure that the battery was long-lasting. And we were impressed by what we saw. Moreover, because this will be one of the first devices to get Android P later this year, the device users will get the latest in Google battery innovation that we've built into the new platform. These include things like auto brightness adjustment, so that when you don't need your phone to be as bright, we save your battery for later by reducing the overall brightness of the phone. Perhaps most impressively is our adaptive battery feature. It actually learns how you use your phone, learns your usage patterns, and adjusts your battery consumption to match those usage patterns so that you can last longer throughout the day. That's really, really smart stuff that we're now able to do with these phones. So we talked about how smart the phone is, and that's great because it means that you're gonna use it longer, you're gonna use it for more things, you're gonna keep more sensitive information on them, that sensitive information that you need at your fingertips. But you don't want other people to have access to your sensitive information. So with Android One devices, we are committed to ensuring that your data is safe. Google Play Protect will regularly scan your phones to dynamically keep malware off of them. And your phones will be reinforced with the latest security software updates so that you can be assured that you're able to stay ahead of any potential threat. Lastly, with the Mi A1 and all Android One devices, and now with the Mi A2, we want users to have an experience that has been user tested to offer simplicity and ease of use. These devices will come with minimal preloads and a UI that's fully integrated with the underlying OS, so the device is just super fast. Additionally, with functions like notification snoozing and seamless autofill, your device will learn your preferences the more you use it. All this stuff's important because it allows you to make the device really your own so that it can get better at serving you and helping you get through your day. Last but not least, when this device receives Android P later this year, users will have the ability and the option to switch to Google's newest navigation system, which offers even more intuitive ways for interacting with your phone. So I've been using this phone now for probably a little over a month, and just when I thought I couldn't have been more impressed than I was with the Mi A1, I've been wowed by the Mi A2. It is super fast, takes great photos, and really helps me get through my day. I am so proud of the deep collaboration between Google and Xiaomi to bring you another amazing device. I'd like to thank everyone at Xiaomi for a continued strong partnership and collaboration on projects like this. And with that, I'll hand the floor back over to Donovan. Thank you.
Thank you, man. All right. Let's talk about the processor here. So Mi A2 is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 660. It's a highly powerful processor featuring Qualcomm's leading AI engine, which is really useful for powering some of Android One's leading technology, like Google Lens integration. How does this processor work? Well, it's built off of the latest Cryo Big Little architecture, which means you have 4 high-speed cores for demanding tasks like gaming. And then you have some lower clocked cores for high power efficiency tasks, like when you're just browsing or texting. And it's no slouch either. On the AnTuTu benchmark score, it's nearly 140,000. If you compare it with our previous generations, this means a pretty huge performance leap. Compared to the Snapdragon 636, it's a 20% increased performance. And compared to the Snapdragon 625, it's gains of up to 79% in increased performance. Now, if you compare it to models like the Samsung A8, which costs about 389 euros, they're running chipsets like the Exynos 7885. But compared to this processor, you can see that the Mi A2 with the Snapdragon 660 still clocks in at a respectable 21% faster on AnTuTu. So, in addition to this processor, we've packed it with 6 GB of LPDDR4X RAM and storage of up to 128 gigabytes. Now, we've upgraded Mi A2 in pretty much every single way that you can imagine from Mi A1. Processor, front camera, rear camera, aperture, memory, so on and so forth. All right. The moment you've all been waiting for. One of the moments you've all been waiting for. What will this cost? You guys ready? Well, let's watch a video first. Don't worry, it's a cool video. Pretty cool video, huh? Is everyone ready to see the price now? Get your cameras ready so you can take a picture of the summary slide of Mi A2. Picture perfect 20 megapixel cameras. This is important. You gotta really, really, enjoy the main selling points of this phone first. Comes with a dual camera, 12 megapixel plus 20 megapixel. With large f1.75 aperture. It also has the same 20 megapixel front camera with AI-powered Beautify and advanced AI portrait mode, Qualcomm Snapdragon 660 processor, and Android One with the latest innovations from Google. And let's directly compare it to some other phones in this segment here. You can see some other phones, similar in some ways, cost around 400 euros. You can see on many, many fronts, this is not even a dual camera phone. Processor doesn't quite compare. So what do we think Mi A2 will cost? Any guesses? People are waving. I think I heard some things here. All right. Mi A2 will be selling for, in Spain, 249 euros for the 4 plus 32 GB model. Is that pretty good? You guys like it? Yeah? Do you guys want some other models too? Yeah? That's not it. There's also more. We'll also be selling a 4 plus 64 model for just 279 euros. We'll also be selling a third model, 6 plus 128 GB for just 349 euros. Pretty amazing, huh? If you guys like this price, let's applause for the price. Here we go for the summary slide here. Mi A2, when you look at some of the other phones on the market, you can see that all 3 models of Mi A2 We think we've really priced it quite aggressively, quite honestly. We don't think there's anything else at this price range with better value here. Directly compare these two here. So here we are. Mi A2, picture perfect, 20 megapixel cameras. Make sure you take a few test shots in our experience zone right here later. All right. So before we go to the experience zone, today we're celebrating our first year anniversary with the Android One program. We launched Mi A2, which offers a leading photography experience in collaboration with Android One. And our collaboration with Google is part of fulfilling our greater mission to bring innovation to everyone in the world, regardless of their country, their nationality, their gender, their income level, or any other factor. And when we were planning Mi A2, we realized there was a huge segment of people who just want a few simple things. The amazing hardware experience offered by Xiaomi and the latest innovations offered on Android One, but at an entry-level price point. And so with that, today we would like to introduce the entry-level Android One King, Mi A2 Lite. Let's jump right in here. So first, let's see how it looks. Here's the first look at the Mi A2 Lite. You can see a premium metal body and a perfectly rounded back edge for a really classy look. Here's another angle. You can check out how incredibly well-defined the corners and edges are. Pretty beautiful, isn't it? You guys like it? And our goal when designing the Mi A2 Lite was to create a smartphone that has both excellent hand feel and a design worth showing off. And we've definitely achieved that. Mi A2 Lite is one of the first Android One phones to feature a unique 19:9 aspect ratio. It's a 5.84-inch full HD plus full screen display, so you can see more without increasing the width of the phone. It also has a rear fingerprint sensor, so you can unlock your phone with a simple touch. And we put a fair amount of effort into making the sensor subtle and discreet. So Mi A2 Lite looks great and feels great. And the dimensions of the phone and the curved glass provide an excellent hand feel. Easy to grip and smooth. Here it is in black. Take as many pictures as you want. We have many, many more beautiful product photos. Elegant and classy black. I'm also a big fan of the blue version. You can see that the antenna accents, as well as the Mi and Android One logo on the back, mesh really well. And last but not least, we also have a sleek gold model. And here are all three colors: black, gold, and blue. Let's check out a very cool product video that we've created for everyone. What does everyone think? Is that pretty cool? Okay, some people think it was pretty cool. Mi A2 Lite. So you may have noticed the Mi A2 Lite comes with the rear dual camera. It also has a 12 megapixel primary sensor. And the secondary sensor is also a very good 5 megapixel secondary camera. The primary sensor features PDAF and a large 1.25 micron pixels. We talked earlier about the benefits of larger pixel size, allowing more light and better photos. So you can see here, it's usually pretty difficult, actually, to shoot quality images in low light conditions like this. But Mi A2 Lite is able to very beautifully capture photos even in poor lighting conditions. You can see the strands of hair, the fibers on her shirts. And it's not a slouch in normal light conditions either. Check out this indoor shot and the bright range of colors shown. And the rear dual camera also comes with AI portrait mode. And AI portrait mode uses the same advanced semantic segmentation that we saw in Mi A2. And if you directly compare it with some other phones in this segment, for example, Samsung A6, a camera-focused device. Unlike Mi A2 Lite, Samsung A6 does not offer portrait mode. When you zoom in, you can see the one with the bokeh. It's clearly sharper and more focused, giving you the best AI dual camera experience in this class. Let's take a look at some of the cameras shot on the Mi A2 Lite. Love this photo here. Really great focus with beautiful bokeh. I'd love to see Mi fans taking photos of our photos. Don't worry, we'll make these all available in high quality soon. Here's another one with bokeh. You can see the background here is really deep, and it showcases the portrait mode really well. Mi A2 Lite also captures rays of light really well. And you can see just how vibrant the colors are in this shot here, how it's done a great job of capturing the varying outfits and facial features. And check out this shot here of neighborhood kids playing ball. So as you can see, Mi A2 is also very good at motion photography. The range of colors is really quite impressive, and most importantly, very true to life. And Mi A2 Lite not only delivers the best dual camera experience in its class, it also has really solid performance. Anyone guess what processor we're using for this? Okay, I know what you're all going to say now. I know what you're all going to say, so I'm just go ahead and say it first. This is a screenshot that we saw on Reddit a while ago. Don't say it, don't you say it. Okay, it is the brand new Snapdragon 625 processor. Definitely funny, but there's actually truth in here. Now, Mi A1 used the Snapdragon 625, and it received some rave reviews. GSM Arena said it had very balanced performance and lightweight processing. Great balance between performance and battery life. And today, for the first time, we're welcoming the Snapdragon 625 to the entry level. So when you buy this phone, it truly is the entry-level Android One King. Snapdragon 625 to date still outperforms some mid-range devices, and it offers a battery efficiency that is nearly unparalleled. And we wanted to maximize the performance of this chipset, so we've pushed it even further with a 4,000 massive milliamp hour battery. And we've added dual pyrolytic graphite sheets to get even better thermal performance. So you can see 4,000 is really quite big when you compare it to some other phones in this segment. So we also wanted to see how these numbers work out in real life. So we put it to the test on camera. Let's take a look at a battery comparison video. So you can see here that the Mi A2 Lite had well over 1 hour of additional battery life. It's pretty good, right? Pretty good. And Mi A2 Lite really does outlast most devices. It gets some great stats, like 34 hours of continuous music playback, 19 hours of continuous phone calling, 6.5 hours of HD recording. And to put a bow on top of the overall performance, we've added dual paralytic graphite sheets. Now, what are these good for? We ran some tests to see their effect, and they effectively decrease the overall temperature by up to 2 degrees Celsius when you compare it with a single paralytic graphite sheet. Now, 2 degrees maybe doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but actually it creates a very big bump in battery efficiency. So all of this comes together to create the best performance in its class. And supporting all of this is a really smart, secure, and simply amazing software experience. Just like Mi A2, the Mi A2 Lite comes with Android One, with the latest innovations from Google. Alrighty, guys. Let's get into the price. Is everyone ready? Get your cameras ready. We're about to announce the price. I'm just kidding, actually. We're going to watch another video first. All right, hope you're ready now, because it's time for the Mi A2 Lite summary slide. Mi A2 Lite, dual camera, 2-day battery, 12 megapixel plus 5 megapixel AI dual camera with large 1.25 micron pixels. High capacity, 4,000 milliamp hour battery. All of these amazing, amazing specs. What will it cost? What will it cost? Let's directly compare it to some other phones in the same segment, including the Samsung Galaxy A6. You can see here that on almost every level, we do better. Any guesses? I think I'm just going to go ahead and drop it here. So Mi A2 Lite is going to be selling for 179 euros for the 3 plus 32 GB model. What an amazing value. And that's not it. We also have the 4 plus 64 GB model selling for just 229 euros. Come on, guys. Do you like this price? Is it good? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Here it is. 3 plus 32, 4 plus 64, both at amazingly honest prices compared to other phones in the comparable segment. We're really, really proud to be offering mid-range specs, upper mid-range specs, at an entry-level price, further bring innovation to everyone. So here it is, Mi A2 Lite. Dual camera, 2-day battery, 179 euros for the 3 plus 32 GB model, 229 euros for the 4 plus 64 GB model, and all of these amazing specs here. Both of these phones will be rolling out in authorized Mi stores and our own sales channel, mi.com, here in Spain, starting August 10th. And slightly later, through all of our Spanish retail partners, which you can see on this slide here. Both devices will also be available in France as early as July 27th through our own platforms, including mi.com and authorized Mi stores. And slightly after that, through all of our retail partners in France. And on top of that, in Italy, we'll also be rolling out both of these phones starting on August 8th through our authorized Mi stores, followed by partner availability through the rest of the month. And it's not just these 3 countries, not just here in Europe. Even though we're holding this event here in Madrid today, it's actually a global launch event for us to announce our partnership with Google around the entire world. And that's why Mi A2 is going to be available in nearly 40 countries and markets around the world very soon. Keep your eyes peeled on social media and our official channels for local availability and pricing very soon across Asia Pacific, Europe, Middle East and Africa, and the Americas, as will Mi A2 Lite. So keep your eyes peeled as well for the official news around both of these devices. Here are the 2 smartphones that we've launched today. The Mi A2 coming in 3 configurations at amazing prices, and Mi A2 Lite with 2 configurations also at amazing prices, both packing the best hardware in their class, the best experience in their class, and powered by the amazing Android One platform. And with that, we'd like to invite Mr. Wang Xiang and Mr. John Gold on stage for a photo opportunity. Thank you, guys. Thank you to Xiang, thank you to John. Alrighty, guys. Can anyone guess what's next? Is it the end? Is this where we end for today? No? No? People want more? What else could we give to everyone that would make this even cooler? Oh, you want a gift? Okay, we give a gift. Yeah, we'll have gifts later. It's not just that. We actually have a few surprises for everyone today. Any guesses what those surprises might be? Let's jump in with the fun stuff. Today we're also announcing the Mi robot builder. Okay. Some people really like this, I can tell. So we're launching this 3-in-1 robot. It can be put in 3 different forms, including the robot, the plane, and the dinosaur, all of which can be controlled through your smartphone. And it's a great way for beginners to start to learn programming. Super easy, with absolutely no programming knowledge required. Available for only 79.99 euros. And we also are going to be launching another variant of the Mi Robot Builder, the Mi Robot Builder Rover. The Rover here features all of the same advanced control systems and educational programming. But instead of a self-balancing algorithm, it has other treads that make it easy to move around, also selling for 79.99. Is that it? No, we have more than that. What's next? Well, another vital thing for daily life, the Mi electric toothbrush. Intelligent, simple, oral hygiene tool, which is the perfect addition to any routine. You know, it's very funny today that we're launching the toothbrush with Google, because Google has what it calls the toothbrush test. Can this product be used every day like a toothbrush? And we think our toothbrush will be used every day, just like a toothbrush. This toothbrush goes up to 31,000 vibrations per minute, extremely effective at removing plaque with high-quality, rounded bristles. Smarter than your average toothbrush. Contains a high-efficiency magnetic levitation motor, rounded bristles, standard, gentle, and custom modes, and IPX7 water resistant. Typically offers about 18 days of battery life in a single charge, and available for only 29.99 euros. Pretty amazing, right? So these are the 2 surprises that we're announcing today. Mi Robot Builder Rover for 79.99 euros, and the Mi electric toothbrush for 29.99 euros. All of these products that we announced today will be available in the experience zone right behind this stage, so make sure to check them out. And now we've entered everyone's favorite portion besides the pricing portion. What will be the gift that we can give everyone today? All 800 of you here today. So we're going to be giving a special Mi electric toothbrush to everyone here today as a special gift. So make sure to pick it up from the registration desk before you go. All right, guys. Thank you to everyone here who came here in person to watch our launch today. Thank you to everyone on the live stream, and thank you to all of our Mi fans, our global partners, and our media partners for supporting us on our journey. Thank you all for your time. Make sure to check out the experience zone as well. Thank you, guys.